Hello, my name is Dr. Reginald Garcon, Registrar at Washington Adventist University. Guess what time it is? It is time to submit grades. But before you do, I have a couple helpful tidbits that might assist you in the process. First, do you know which courses you're taking? Better yet, which courses you're teaching? That's a good question. Second question, do you know if you've been assigned to teach those courses? Because of course, if you're not assigned to teach those courses, when you go into WebAdvisor, you won't have access to submit grades. So in the event that you're not assigned, please work with your chair or dean to make sure that appropriate paperwork has been submitted so that we can grant you the access so that you can submit grades. Now that you're ready to submit grades, let's log into WebAdvisor. You log into WebAdvisor, and then on the menu section, you're going to click on Grading, and then you select the appropriate term, and the course, of course, and then finally, you'll begin to grade students. Now, the most important thing that I must stress, if you're using D2L, Desire to Learn, for an online course or for your grading book, that's a great resource, but it is important that in addition to having the information in D2L, you have to overtly put in the grades through WebAdvisor. WebAdvisor is the means through which all grades must be submitted so that students could see and have access to it. Now that you're ready to put in grades, so let's do that. Now, in the event that you have to submit an I-grade, an I-grade is an incomplete. We have something that is called an incomplete contract. That is when you will work with the student in identifying what missing requirements are needed. And then, of course, they will have up to 8 weeks after the semester has ended to fulfill that requirement. Or after those 8 weeks, a default grade may be entered, or the system could automatically generate a failing grade. But the most important thing is to submit the incomplete contract so that we can receive it in the registrar's office and input that information with the designated deadline date. Same thing if you're planning to submit a DG grade. A DG grade is a deferred grade, and that designation of a DG grade is reserved for practicums and internships because those courses usually extend beyond a semester. So when you're ready to submit that paperwork, you can always go to Document Library, retrieve the form, and submit it accordingly to the registrar's office. Now, the last 2 important things I like to stress regarding grades are, in the event that you have to submit an F grade, a failing grade for a student, the system will ask, what is the last date of attendance? Or there's a section that asks for whether the student never attended. One of those 2 fields do need to be populated or for that grade to be submitted. Same thing if you're planning to submit an AW. An AW stands for Administrative Withdrawal. This is only used when students have never attended your courses. Once again, it'll ask for a last date of attendance, and there's an area that allows you to identify whether the student never attended. These are some helpful tidbits as it pertains to submitting grades. The most important thing, adhere to the deadlines, and remember, grades are always due at noon. I want to thank you. Once again, this is Dr. Reginald Garcon, Registrar from Washington Adventist University.